This is Mary, Cafe di Roma. Today I'm showing you 4-minute Alfredo and a 8-minute marinara. Can't get any quicker or any less fat. And then on top of that, I'm going to show you tomato basil soup that you can make right away. Okay, let's begin. I'm using a bullet. You can use a shaker, you can use a blender, you can just shake it by hand. Here we go. We have 1.5 cups of milk, 1 cup of Romano. This is what I use, Parmesan Romano, Belgioso, Costco. 1/4 cup of flour. 1/2 cup of broth. Is this easy? Over here. That's it. Turn the stove on. Actually, I'm going to use I'm using a wide surface area pan so that the Alfredo cooks faster. Okay? There again, you can just take something and shake it, or a blender. We have a Vitamix, or we have a bullet. Okay? This is it, Alfredo. Now, you wait for this to boil. How long has it been? It hasn't even been 2 minutes yet. High flame and just keep stirring it. Stirring it. It's going to get thicker. Add a little bit of salt. A little bit because this cheese is already salty. Okay? And a touch of nutmeg. If you want. Just a touch. Okay? Fast, low-fat Alfredo. You can do this with non-fat milk, which really wouldn't change it that much. But to get a low-fat cheese, just forget it. Okay, this is the Alfredo. Now, when this is done, this is how much it's going to make. You have pre-boiled pasta already in your refrigerator, like I showed you before. Pre-boiled broccoli. This is organic, earthbound brand broccoli, the best, from Sam's. 3 minutes, cooled, and it's already finished in the refrigerator. Say you come home, you don't have time. You make your Alfredo. It's going to make this amount. You don't even pour all of this in. Put a little bit of water in the microwave, covered with a paper plate. Go in 2 minutes later, flip it over, and then you have a pasta broccoli Alfredo sauce for dinner. You can throw chicken, throw shrimp on it, hamburger. Okay? This is going to boil. Now, we're going to do a quick marinara. I showed you this before. I'm showing it to you again. Olive oil, just the bottom. Doesn't have to be that much. Fresh olive oil. When this is done, oil gets hot. You're going to put in 3 cloves of garlic, chopped. Remember, I always told you, you want to make your kitchen a machine. You want to make cooking a joy, not a job. The way you do that is you have things made ahead of time. This is chopped basil and garlic in oil. This is chopped garlic. I have chopped onion here. I have parsley on the side. I like to have parboiled pasta in my refrigerator and parboiled vegetables. This week for us it's broccoli. And then you don't feel like spending all day in the kitchen. You just come here and assemble everything you've already prepared ahead of time, and there's your meal. Doesn't get any faster than that. Okay, here's the oil. Throw in the garlic. Marinara sauce. Okay, like that. I usually use Stanislaus 7-Eleven. We don't have it. A good substitute is crushed tomatoes, and it's great value. It's crushed tomatoes. To me, it's better than the San Marzano they sell. Don't ask me why. It just has a better flavor. San Marzano's from Italy. The tomatoes, they're expensive, but these are a good substitute. Highly recommend the great value crushed tomatoes. This is the marinara. You're going to throw in fresh basil and garlic, fresh basil and garlic and oil, and salt. And that is it. You can put onions in here. Somebody objected to me using onions. Whatever's easier. It's not a law. Now look at this. This is ready. This is Alfredo. This is ready. How long did that take? This now is going to be ready. This is going to boil. And we're going to put this on a little higher. We're going to add some water to this. So you add water. It's a little thin. Look at the consistency. And you bring this to a boil. In 5 to 10 minutes, it'll be ready. You can also use fresh tomatoes. Just grind them up in one of these things and throw them in. But you kind of have to cook that longer because they taste like raw tomatoes. When I buy tomatoes at the store, no matter what store it is, I leave them out on my counter until they shrivel. But when you taste them, even if it's like 3 weeks, I never put them in the refrigerator. When you taste them, they are so fresh, even if they look terrible. Okay, marinara, this will be done in like 6-7 minutes. You can cook it longer. This is done. Now I'm going to make the wonderful tomato basil soup that I would have as special. And it's a low fat, and it's tremendous and very flavorful. Here's 2 cups of the marinara that I made here. Look at this. This is minced like this. Minced onion. Mince it. Mince onion. And then turns like this. That's like 2 tablespoons. Broth. The key to this is the raw onion. And then I would say half a cup of Alfredo, or even less than that. And then the fresh basil and garlic and oil. There again, blend it. If you have Alfredo, which you made, and you have marinara, you can eat it like this, lukewarm. Tomato basil. The raw onion just brings it to another level. That is my secret for tomato basil soup. Bring it to a boil. And what have we done here in a very short amount of time? Alfredo, marinara, tomato basil soup. I always have marinara in the refrigerator. I always have Alfredo in the refrigerator. Even though I'm not a big fan of Alfredo, you can thicken up some sauces, some really fast soups with Alfredo. Alfredo's a big favorite for a lot of people. And if you have it made ahead of time, you can make this soup within 2 minutes, especially on a cold day. Okay, that's it. This is hot. This gets hot. Get some garlic bread or some croutons. Tomato basil. Marinara. Alfredo. Ciao.